Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squad. This is your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. I'm your werewolf. We are doing a quick stream tonight, the Anime Spotlight Quickies. Together, I am here with the Star Wars himself, Draco Nightmare.
Greetings, everyone. The Star Warden is here once again. The Star Warden is here once again, braving the dangers of the eternal quest to slay evil in whatever form it rears its head. Today, we're going up against something new, something different. An anime, two animes actually. Anime is nice, short, and quick. And there's one I've seen, Sonic, and one I've just watched today. A Tekken Blade. Hey,
Nigga, you said the damn name wrong, as always. Tekkaman Blade Twin Blood. It's an anime special that's kind of loosely connected to, or so I say, it's a sort of a remaster of the battle between Tekkaman Blade and Tekkaman Evil. If you have seen our Tekkaman Blade stream, our spotlight of Tekkaman Blade, that is.
well,
So
excuse me for
we
mispronouncing it. It's new to me.
it is new to you, and I highly recommend it because I grew up watching Tekkaman Blade, which was also known as Techno Man. But later on, after we talk about Tekkaman Blade, we'll definitely be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, which was a 50-minute OVA. I like to call it OVA because it's short as hell.
I like to call it the first Sonic movie.
Sonic animated movie.
Yeah, still first movie.
There will never be no other animated Sonic movie from what I've seen.
Sadly, not. Sadly, not.
Not
At
that
least
I
there'll
know
be other
of.
Sonic movies though.
I mean, we do have Sonic X, but that's a series. We're talking about a movie.
Yeah, but we got two other movies. We got three Sonic movies in existence. That's good.
Well, we got upcoming movie. That's if they're gonna stick to
Yeah,
their guns on it.
that'll be number four.
So let's get on to the quick one, which is Tekman Blade Twin Blood. Yes, we disappeared. Roll with it.
Man, this was okay. I mean, I just watched it today, and I was like, I did not know what was going on. From what I was able to pierce together, there was some sort of invasion of the Earth going on. On cities are being overrun, and this one guy is helping to fight off the invasion, and the enemy that's a primary agent of the invasion is also his brother, and they have these biomechanical suits, and they fight each other like they're freaking Evas, and it was
There's
it
a
was pretty
big
amazing.
difference, stark difference between show and the special. Of course, their armor is more hardened and metal in the actual series itself. Evil, also known as Saber in the American dub version, he has a kill boner towards his own brother. Of course, um, he's totally different in the series. Just to catch you up, Draco, he's a bit more subdued than what you saw presented here in the special itself. He's more of a cold, calculated, and reserved villain in the series.
Right.
Though his design is still the same. Though of course their designs are a bit more different here in the special versus the series. Relatively the same, but some different aspects, of course. They're more insectoid-ish, biomechanical Guyver-ish here than they are in the actual series itself. And I think it will help you more if I just give you some visual representation.
Hmm.
And the only reason why I brought this up because I just discovered this special.
Oh, but you're coming from a place like, oh, I've experienced serious before. This is just new content you were unaware of.
Hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
shared,
like,
of course, in the Discord, the writers brothers from Discord. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
like, I did not know this existed until now. Now I'm going to share with you guys.
Yeah. And Neil stars in the chat. What's up, Neil?
So it's Wildy.
Yep. So Trilly.
Of course, the Rodham are they're more of a an invading infectious virus in this one, or at least they're kind of like the blue in Blue Gender in this special. They're not this like they're not led by this kind of like super. Well, they kind of are led by a malevolent force in the special. Just it's just not Tekkaman. Oh, what's his name? Damn, I gotta search that up too. I'm gonna call him Darkon for now, till I get to the bottom of what his actual name is. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna they're relatively the same look in the actual show. Yeah, D Boy, also known as Blade. He goes through so many names, man.
Agreed. I'm just excited. I like the idea of armored warriors fighting each other. So it got me the Kamen
Hmm.
Rider. Like this is like
I'm just saying,
there's biological Kamen Riders too.
depending on your version of what you see in Tekkaman Blade, he goes through different names. He's either Blade or Slade or D Boy. Yeah, Japanese have weird ways of naming characters. It's freaking amazing. I like it.
We have our own weird ways of naming characters.
Hell,
Like
actually, you
with
know
this,
what?
yeah.
Blade Blade is a different is almost entirely different character here than he is in the series. He starts off as battle hardened. Here he's a bit more down to earth ish. Like the opinion attack or the opinion invasion. This is them in the series itself. This is how they actually look in the series itself versus their armor here in the special.
Look more like
Uh,
mecha than the bio stuff I saw in the special.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say that I want to make sure that clarification goes directly to you because this is your that take that as your gateway to Tekkaman Blade.
Mm-hmm. So still looks cool. Definitely gonna watch the original if I can. I mean, looks something I would write.
Yeah, the previous thing that I shared on YouTube is no longer around anymore, unfortunately.
Ah,
Yeah, now they got it. They definitely do have it as an 11-hour YouTube video, but it's under the name Techno Man, which
yeah.
again hate that name. Used to like it when I was a kid, but as an adult, now I know the real name. I hate that name.
Mm. Yeah,
It really.
sometimes we mess up and the original is better. But sometimes you like we find a good name.
But you know
Like
what?
remember,
We're
Resident
dragging our.
Evil was Biohazard in Japan.
Hmm. Hmm. We're dragging our feet a bit. Let's get into the main event of this special, the fight, the big fight, which is
Yes,
nothing but a fight. How'd you like that one?
man, that fight was good. That fight was really good. Like in a straight up fight. Like they did not talk as much as I've usually seen in in anime. But I was like, okay, that's good. But then again, it's no VA, so it has to be quick. But they reserved the talking for like near mostly the end, and maybe in a few parts here and there. But mostly it was stick to fight, like this abandoned
Mostly inner
urban.
monologue talk,
Yeah,
as
mo-
seinen anime and seinen manga tend to be.
yeah, not as loud as bone. Oh, this is a seinen, not a shonen. Okay.
You know, that's see, you wouldn't know until I told you, did you?
No, I didn't know. I'm fresh into this. This is my first steps into it. Never even knew this any of it this existed
How
until
often
now.
do you quick question: how often do you watch seinen material?
Not often as I do shonen. I've seen some seinen in. I can't like
That's the
get one
stark
off the
con.
top of my head.
That's the complete stark contrast between you and me. Because I grew up on seinen material.
I did not like most of the anime I grew up watching was shonen stuff. I think
Kamen Rider
except like
should be well. Kamen Rider is Sentai, but I would consider it seinen too, due to the material. I cannot believe this picture is
some
so.
Conrad are definitely more seinen. Some come off a bit more shonen. Super Sentai is definitely more on the scale than Conrad.
Mm,
But there's a lot of I would like Den O is definitely more in the shonen track because it's more of a comedy focused thing. But like the original Common Rider, Build, Kiva, even Decade, that's definitely more on the seinen route. But like stuff like Saber or Common Rider Den O, that's definitely close to shonen.
how'd you like the blood effects?
Do you no the man? There is nothing like old associated animation for all these effects. Like it looked like everything looked amazing from the blood, the smoke, the fire, like the wet and the weapons, like all of it. It's like man, they don't make them like they used to anymore. It was
Well, they
good.
don't focus on seinen material. That's the problem. They focus
True.
more on shonen romance mostly, and as we all brought up, modern isekai. But that's more of a sort of just what's what they think is really just going to be doing the numbers, doing the rounds for a while
Right.
until somebody actually innovates.
I mean that I believe that's my department. That's my department. I'm
You
gonna
and a
be
few other
innovator.
people across the seas
Yeah.
and on in the states. I would
Yeah.
say I think Chainsaw Man and Spy Family are making the rounds of innovation, along with Baby Kaiju 8.
Mm.
Still need to read that.
Man, I'm trying to like. Oh, the only other seinen I can remember off the top of my head is Ghost in the Shell, like standalone
Problem?
complex. No, no seinen off the top of my
Oh,
head.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's under cyberpunk, but it's still considered seinen.
Yeah, and I think
So you never
later.
watched Samurai Champloo, Samurai 7, Big O?
No, I know of Samurai Champloo, but I have not taken the time to watch it.
Not even not even Sword of the Stranger, the anime movie Sword of the Stranger,
So
or Ninja Scroll.
I've heard of Ninja Scroll, but no, I like I've heard the name, I just haven't watched it. It's like I definitely have seen some seinen, but I just can't draw the name off the top of my head currently.
So nothing else to say of Tekkaman Blade Twin Blood.
I want to watch more tech. I want to watch more. Try not to say techno man. Tech.
No, you can say
It's gonna be a
Techno
while.
Man. You're not gonna get cursed for it. You're not gonna get
You hate the day. You want to get cussed out on
That's
stream.
me. That's just all me. That look, if you say it by mistake, I'm not gonna look at you like you just like you said a racial slur or anything.
Okay,
You know,
this I want to see more of Tekken Man.
basically it's now your gateway to Tekkaman Blade.
I think. Wait, is would you consider Neo Hunter Kasan as saying, or is that more shonen?
Sorry, say again.
Neo Hunter Kashan.
Kashan, Kashan.
All right, so that definitely the OVA for that one. You should do a quickie on that OVA, but that OVA definitely is more darker. It's like it's counted as seinen.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what is seinen compared to shonen, as just as a reference point.
Seinen is geared towards adult from 20 to, oh, the Hound of the South, Donic Powell is here. He can also shed some more light onto that. Draco just asked me about what's the difference between seinen and shonen.
All right. Well, well, in the well, I can answer that, and it's simple. Show shonen shonen pertains to young boys, while seinen is first to boys who are older teenagers still to young adults. So 16 to 18 and up.
Right.
So you get your berserks, your queens, your goblin slayers, your Robotech. Mech genre is definitely up there too. I hardly ever seen a shonen mech
Well, to
anime
to be fair,
unless you
sure,
count Gundam
within the
Seed.
mech, well, to be fair, well, in the mech genre, like there is a crossover between shonen and seinen.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I hardly ever found any mech anime that's shonen in nature. Like I said, unless you count maybe Gundam Seed or possibly Jinky Extend. You guys should definitely check out Jinky. Excuse me, Jinky Extend. And while you at, check out Pet Labar. I
Yeah,
plan to.
Hmm.
yeah, that's
Not a
on
bad series to
the.
check out. So, what have you two been discussing for the last 15 minutes?
We talked about the fight scenes. We talked a little bit about the differences between the episode itself, or at least the differences the characters in the show versus the OVA special.
I
In
see.
other
Well,
words, telling him what's the difference between evil and in the OVA and Blade in the OVA versus evil
in the original
in the
50 episode series.
yes.
Another fact about this particular OVA is yeah, it is a retelling of this two's fight, but it's also a little before Tekkaman Blade 2 came out.
Really?
Which I've been warned not to watch.
Yes, I warned him not to watch Tekkaman Blade 2.
Well, it's not to assume you warned all of us to not watch Tekkaman Blade 2.
I mean, if you want to see it for the titties, by all means, because that's all it ever it mostly is. It's just titty, 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 titty. Get them titties out of here.
So, in other words, where is it? Is, it's heavily. What's the best way to describe it?
It's heavily horny. I like to dub. I always dub it horny Power Rangers, because that's basically what the Earth Space Force ended up becoming. They all ended up becoming Tekman over the years. Even Tekman, even Blade's love interest. God, I forgot her name. She's a Tekkaman now.
Well, if you want to add in a food analogy, it's more gravy and less of the mashed potatoes.
Lots of sugar additives too, and artificial flavors.
Mhm.
Well,
New
that applies to
crew.
desserts.
Plus, the new crew are kids that lost their homes due to an invasion of the Rodham again, and the Rodham are basically have been reduced to these marching stormtroopers, I believe. Maybe I'll bite the bullet and have you guys all suffer as I suffered, and we'll talk about it one day. Tekkaman Blade 2.
I'll do it.
Well, go.
First you gotta
Well,
watch
good
Tekkaman
luck.
Blade though.
Right, gotta watch the first one.
Well, good luck with that, because after watching this OVA, I actually intend to watch all 50 episodes.
Hmm. There's a sub
Well,
and there's a dub. The dub version is the Deke dub, by the way. So if you want tackle
Oh,
that
so it'll
one.
be like a Sailor Moon dub.
Well, don't
Much better,
forget.
much more tolerable.
Well, don't forget. Yeah, for the U.S. cut, they actually reduced it, and it's only 43 episodes of the original series.
Yeah,
Mm.
the one I shared with you guys years ago, last year, that's not available on YouTube anymore. I have to reshare you something else. Not, I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about that version.
Well, I found Tekkaman Blade on Zoro. However, it's missing episode 50.
Really now,
No, I'm serious. I scrolled all the way down to the list, and it stops at episode 49.
50 is the last episode.
Yes, however,
Wow,
however, I'm telling you,
I
episode 50 is
believe you.
missing.
I'm just perplexed. I believe you. So, what was your takes for the OVA special, Dom?
Well, it's very action heavy. However, it gives you enough information on who each of these characters are, and the relationship, and how it plays into the overall plot of Tekkaman Blade.
Did I get him? Okay, I didn't get him. Did I get him? I might have get him. Playing Gundam Evolution. Speaking of mechs.
I don't remember playing that game back in elementary school.
No, Gundam Evolution today, as in
Oh,
free to play, multiplayer, just basically Overwatch with Gundam.
my mistake then, because I was actually because if that's the case, I'm referring to one of the previous Gundam games.
They just added Heavy Arms Endless Waltz custom.
Hmm.
He is a beast to deal with.
Oh, I
I
bet.
swear.
The only Gundam game I
No,
played is the
Barbados.
Dynasty Warriors ones.
That's the Muso Gundam games. Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Still want to get those, but I don't because they didn't get that far in, as far as the Iron Blood Orphans. Of course, because Iron Blood Orphans did not release yet of that time. So you're stuck with the Exia Gundam and Celestial Being.
Ah, Celestial Being, but that's a spotlight for another time.
We will
So,
definitely be talking about we'll definitely get around to talking about some Gundam series
Mm. If you
here and
get
there.
to
well, if we do
0083,
that, are we going to cover the original series or any of the others that continued on after 79?
We can start with the original series and Char's counterattack.
Good.
if you need, well, I've definitely seen the original Gundam, so I could probably help there. It's been a while. But if you do Gundam 0083, I am your man.
I can hear the excitement in you, Draco.
So you guys ready to move on to Sonic the Hedgehog the
Yes.
movie?
Yes.
I'm ready.
So what are you? How did you guys watch this one?
Well,
What?
I watched this OVA through YouTube. Well,
No, no, no. When you guys were young, like
huh.
how you come across it? How did you come across this anime? Is
On
what I'm
YouTube.
asking.
Well, well,
When
through
you
chat.
were kids, this
Well, through
was
chat. Well, it's a little fuzzy on where I watched this OVA. It's either let's see, the UPN, Fox Kids, but it's a little blurry. But other than that, I do vaguely remember watching this OVA as a kid. as a kid, and now what was this during? What was this when Stadia was active?
Yeah, I saw
Thought
this.
so.
I saw this on network cable.
Yeah, I thought if that's the case, then I saw this on network cable too.
That's how I discovered it.
As for me, I found it on YouTube. And
So you never watched it?
oh,
It
I've only watched it on YouTube.
Huh?
Yeah, 'cause I didn't actually own it. Then again, a lot of things, a lot of old stuff I've seen thanks to YouTube. I have watched the entire Transformers G1 series on YouTube, and yes,
mm,
that includes the 4-part Rebirth special. Oh, before it went over to Japan and became the headmasters. All the stuff that I that's how I learned a lot of the older stuff. I've been on computers. I've been on the internet since I knew how to walk and use how to use the keyboard. I was there on AOL during the dial-up days. So
yeah,
When
Dude,
YouTube,
AOL. Man,
yes, AOL, you
I
got me out.
remember. No, I remember AOL.
Yeah,
It was
I
very
used
active
to
back
use
then.
AOL.
No,
yeah,
I use the AOL tool as a browser for the internet.
We had all sorts of internet.
yeah,
We had
yeah.
AOL, Comcast.
Well, well, I did find it on YouTube myself. My history as a Sonic fan all started when I went to go visit my grandparents in Texas. My cousin was there. He had a Nintendo GameCube and he had Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Oh, he introduced me to it. We had a great time. And I was hooked. And I was hooked on Sonic. And the rest is history. Oh, cool. Neil starts on VHS.
Maybe I think he's referring to another anime.
Oh, maybe.
Well,
But yeah,
all right.
I entered.
So,
Oh,
well, actually, well, finish. Well, finish what you want to
yeah,
say, Draco.
I basically I entered the Sonic fandom through basically the GameCube and the games themselves, and then later on, I was growing up and going to the internet. I eventually discovered Sonic 7 Adventures. There's the Archie comics and the Sonic OVA. So, thanks to the power of the internet, I was able to find out. I wasn't able to see it on TV because unfortunately, I was born in late '94, basically where everything was getting started, and
Mm,
since I was so young, I didn't have control of the TV, and my family are not big watchers of fiction, so I doubt the only reason they know about Sonic is through me. So I wouldn't be able to tell them, oh, let's go watch cartoons and stuff. So yeah, I missed out a lot in the late '90s.
don't feel ashamed of that, dude. Just be glad that we're finally introducing you to some more stuff.
Yeah, that's the good part. Just I missed a lot, but the internet, I got to see it on the internet. So thanks to YouTube. Oh yeah, he did see it on VHS. Nice, cool, dude. All right, you
All
go
right.
down.
Now that we got that out of the way, what are your guys' overall impressions on the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA?
It's a
Ooh,
tradition. It used to be a tradition where if me and my brother knew that, well, he's found out that the Sonic was playing, we would go our way to watch it. Hell, me and my friends actually quoted that movie. There can be only one Sonic. I mean, the biggest highlight, of course, is Metal Sonic.
yes.
Oh
Though he
yeah.
though he already got his start in Sonic 2,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. Well,
Yeah,
Wait,
his
Sonic
frame.
2?
I mean, he might have got his start in Sonic 2. However, from his portrayal in the OVA, like he was established as a clear threat to Sonic and the rest of the characters.
Almost had a streak going on there.
Wait, no, he was introduced in Sonic CD.
Kinda, yeah. The frame that you see in the OVA, yes, that frame was introduced in Sonic CD.
Hmm.
But
Uh,
his actual introduction was in Sonic 2, which is a different male Sonic entirely.
the impression I got when hearing about the Sonic OVA from people, it was like it wasn't very good, and the voice acting was annoying. And it's like people just didn't talk about it. It was like relegated to like the margins of Sonic, and I'm like, I wanted to see it for myself, and then I saw it, and I'm like, wait,
They
this
are
is not as bad as they
they
say
are
it was.
not
This is actually
wrong
good.
about the voice acting. We'll get into that in a bit.
I we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. But suffice it to say, this was not as bad as people put it in. In fact, it was great. It was like, oh, okay, it's a bit comedic, which is not my favorite, not my favorite part of the Sonic fandom. But despite that, the action was amazing. It was like it would combine like the great fast paced action combined with the amazing music. It was like, oh man, like this is good, and I especially like the world. I love Planet Freedom. Like you've got this entire world like above the clouds, living on a floating island, and then you got this whole land of darkness that's controlled by Robotnik, and it's like, oh man, this is amazing. The best part is that the chasing and the running in the land of darkness with that music, like
Dun, 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 dun.
perfect.
You know
No, no,
what?
no, that's the South Island one. No, it's like the then like oh man, that's
Give me a sec.
like amazing.
Okay, let's see. So I found the official playlist. Let's see. Can I hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's still amazing.
Is it that one?
Yes, that's the one. Man, it's like this is I wish we had more. This was gonna be a series, but it didn't it didn't catch on. It was just not popular, and it didn't go. It's like, I mean, as much as I don't like a bunch of like I'm not a big comedic fan. I would have accepted it if it meant we got more of the action and the music. Ah, like if this is what Japan, think of Japan wanted for Sonic, you know what? I'd be fine with it.
Did you like Knuckles in this, or what was your impression of the characters? Who are your favorites?
Well, I did. Yes, I did like Fang the Echidna.
I didn't like his hat. I'm sorry.
No, Knuckles was fun in the OVA. However, I think it looks better like without the hat because it could makes him come off as an Australian, or in this case, an
I
Australian
I,
Aboriginal.
I almost thought he was trying to emulate Crocodile Dundee,
Dude, that's what I was thinking too.
especially when they promote the movie in some magazines, some anime magazines. I was like, is he trying to be Crocodile Dundee? When I was a kid, that's why I said, because that's all I'm getting from that hat.
I mean, I just thought, oh, it's Fang's hat. But then again, I played Sonic the Fighters before I watched this OVA. So
Oh
it's like,
yeah,
oh, yeah, that's how I
Fang
was
the Wolf.
recognize it. Fang, yeah. Nornak the Weasel, Fang the Sniper.
Well,
Yeah,
Depends.
besides Knuckles, Tails as always remains like a loyal friend and partner to Sonic, like who will help him out to get him out of a jam.
yeah.
I really like Robot. I really like Robotnik in this. Like it's like, oh,
It
he
was a
was a
combination
comedic.
of Eggman from Sonic Adventure with a bit of Robotnik from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
I
comedic
concur.
figure,
Like
but
it was actually a perfect synthesis, like of those two distinct characterizations of Robotnik.
yeah,
Go ahead, Draco.
he had the comedic sensibility. He had comedic sensibilities, and he was kind of a joke, but he was actually really smart. And he did create flipping Metal Sonic, who was actually a threat. So it's like, oh yeah, this guy was pretty smart, and how meddled the whole realm of robotics. I was like, oh man, yeah, indeed threat. Like I like it. It's like they okay, so they made him a comedic figure, but they didn't make him less of a threat, which I do like.
Would you prefer him that way?
I mean, personally, I prefer the Set AM Robotnik as the template and be used for him, but not everyone agrees with that. And but I don't mind this template. It's not bad. I will accept it. Like if we got more, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with it because he still stole his cunning trade. Like the whole thing was a trap. The whole movie was like this trap. Either I get to kill Sonic in the land of darkness, or he's gonna build the weapon, or he's gonna help finish the weapon that's gonna kill him. Either way, Robotnik gets what he wants. It's like
I'm
cool.
surprised that the heroes did not catch that as a trap, as a ruse. Because why would Eggman even make a robot version of himself? Like that robot version of himself being his lightness and his thought process. Will think to try to take over the island. Like it. I mean, I'm not saying that there's. I hate this movie because they're stupid. It's like you would think Sonic and Tails would know better, right?
Well, no, Sonic did know better. He didn't want to go to the generator because he suspected a trap.
Right. I forgot that
Mm-hmm.
detail.
Yeah. So he just
Both
went
him,
because, like,
both him and
wait, what if
Tilda
he's
were
not lying this
entertaining
time?
the notion of the threat of Metal Robotnik after like his threat after like how dangerous of a villain he was as a threat before like they realized like that their suspicions were correct that it was a one big trap.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, it was like smart. I'm like, we didn't take him at face value, but this threat does sound like the real thing, so we better go take care of it. If it even if it is a trap, we can't let the thing blow up. Man, I like that. Like Sonic still gets to be a hero. Like he's still cocky and irreverent, but like he's still gonna save the day. Okay, and if it's a trap, well, he'll just deal with that too. Oh, good night, William. Thanks for showing up.
See you later, William. And in response to one of Neostar's comments, well, the standard adventurer hat that you mentioned is they're typically the fedoras.
Hmm.
Well, I will say what surprised me, like out of the supporting cast, it was like was Sarah introduced like in a previous installment of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Never.
All right,
This is her only introduction. They
I
never
thought
revisited her character ever. Or maybe she may have shown up in the Archie comics.
Wait, who are
I
we
thought
talking
so.
about?
Catgirl.
Sarah,
She does show up in the comics. Yes.
I thought so.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
like they did one alternate story basically in the OVA universe, and then never revisited. But she's a princess in that one, not the daughter of the president.
They have a president in their world and Sonic the Hedgehog. Good grief.
Yeah, I mean, the different got the president of South Island in the OVA, got the president of Station Square in the United Federation, and
Well,
well,
that's. I'm just saying, like this one was the first president that they introduced in this world.
yeah,
It kills me every single time. Just to hear him say, just to hear the word president in the world of Sonic.
yeah,
Hey, to the man's credit, like he takes his job as president seriously.
He
mm-hmm.
does. Like he's not really just a class clown for that matter. He does care about his daughter. Even though they kind of make it clear that he's trying to make sure he's trying to save his election, trying to make it look good. Not really. He actually goes out of his way to who's delivering pizza on your street.
Just normal people driving down the street super fast.
I'm kidding,
Demon
but
Wolf.
like, but yeah, he's always very concerned about his. He's very he's he's a generally good guy. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Some, well, an aspect. Well, well, a character type which character type that we're missing to see like whether it's in literature or in movies, TV shows, as well as video games.
We had the lovely of our Leia plus size with us.
oh
Evening,
Good
Leia,
Leia.
evening.
Good to
cool.
see ya.
Uh,
Good evening. Sorry I'm a little late, but I had to take care of some business. But
It's fine.
go ahead and
That's
continue.
understandable.
Whatever you were saying, don't let me interrupt.
Question. Did you watch the
say,
OVAs?
say, Don.
Did you at least watch the
No, I
OVA I
did not,
shared with
Wolf.
you?
I had a busy weekend this weekend.
You're forgiven.
I have not had a
Well,
chance to look at it yet. The weekend
We will not take away your
is very.
bicycle.
The day was busy. Thank you. Because I had a lot of it's hard to get to a lot of things on the weekend because working during the day. So Saturdays and Sundays, I have a lot to take care of. And then I go to the gym. So after I come home, and you can understand this, it's like, whoo.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry, I did not get a chance to get to it. I saw it, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't get a chance to get to it.
That's fine. You can hear us gush about it.
That's what you're just.
mhm.
We're discussing Sonic currently.
Yes.
We just got
Yes,
through
go
with Tekkaman
right
Blade
ahead.
Twin Blood.
before you came in, we were just going over the fact that the president and the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA is genuinely not only a genuinely good guy, but he takes his job as the president of the Air Kingdom seriously. Well,
Yeah,
he goes out of his way to help Sonic and his crew, but also
Even go
try to save his daughter from Robotnik. It's characters like that, those who are figures of authorities that are shown to be like genuinely good people. You know, that is something that we're missing in media.
good authority figures.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Speaking of which,
mean,
did you guys even like the extra characters from Sonic that only shows up for at least like one brief universe in the Archie comics? Like Old Man, Sarah, the President.
yeah, I forget the old
Well,
man appeared in the comics or not.
You son of
I
a
do.
bitch.
Well, hoping to see them again. Like even if like they exist just like in a universe distinct like from the main one for Sonic the Hedgehog. But it would have been nice if we were introduced to their main universe counterparts and see what similarities and differences there are between them and the old OVA universe.
Yeah, sadly, Vegas seems to want to really suppress the mention of the OVAs since that doesn't appear like anywhere else, and that we're only allowed to do that one thing in Archie, and so they
Hmm.
just like tossed it.
Well, it may not be top quality objectively. However, it's not terrible as people make it out to be.
No, it is not. It is a very fun adventure flick. Just straightforward adventure and action. That's another thing we're missing. Just like straightforward action adventure and no trying to like self depreciate it or lampshade it or make meta out of it. Like no. It's this like you really notice that like, they're not like like someone say there's no character development in this movie. Like yeah, don't need to. You already these are the characters. Here's how they act. Here's the scenario. Boom. Enjoy it. Nice, good. How long is it? 52 minutes. Yeah, nice, good 50-minute film where all the characters you need to know and they don't need to change or grow. They just had an adventure and then they're going to go on, continue to the next one pops up.
In other words, these are characters with flat arcs.
Yeah, exactly. Like something like nice and simple, which apparently refuse to do because simple is boring and bland and no, we need complex. Like complex is good, diversity is good. That's the interesting part. And it's like no, you're just throwing a bunch of pieces in the box you don't need there. You're messing up the story all because oh look who's good. Look, I'm interesting. You're not good. You can be interesting all you want. A broken fork is interesting. What it's not is useful.
Not to mention most modern artists, and I use that term loosely, they don't know how to construct flat arc characters.
No.
They even have a strong misunderstanding of round characters.
Ugh. It like it's just oh man, Robotnik's a good example of what they can't do with flat characters. Like Sonic and Robotnik are basically you got the good hedgehog, you got an evil scientist, and they're just like that. They know they have their own styles and they won't change.
Quick aside, do you guys like the run animation in this anime?
Yes,
It's
I like
obviously the
it.
basis. It was also the basis of Sonic Boom's little music video, I like to call it.
Yes, I like the figure
Yeah,
eight
I like it
animation
too.
Sonic has.
Go on, Don.
No, I'm just saying, like, I like the run animation for Sonic 2. So, like, it's a good, well, much like how Robotnik's characterization was handled. It's the run animation was a synthesis of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Sad AM.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did you like? Did you like the fighting between Sonic and Metal?
Yes.
Yes, I did. It was fluid, and also tense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really was really worried for Sonic's life in those fights,
I
especially the
mean,
second fight.
yeah, the first fight, Mills like thrashed them.
Just totally
Mhm.
just thrashed him.
Yeah.
Tails was really good in this film too. They were really fitting him into his inventor role at the
Mm-hmm.
time before we really got to fully realize engineer Tails that we get these days.
Yeah. Like we didn't even
'Cause-
have like Inventor Tales in the American cartoons yet.
No, not yet, because Adventure of Sonic and Hedgehog Tales was just tag along mostly,
Yeah.
Mhm.
he kind of like he was he was kind of getting a little bit there inside AM.
It was a gradual process for
Yeah.
for for the ingenuitive tales to be fully recognized.
Yeah. Rotor took his place.
There was also did dubbing bother you guys at all?
What doesn't bother us?
Like you liked everybody's voices
Oh
for the
no.
dubbing?
I like the voice. I like the voice acting. I don't know why people said it was annoying.
It's not bad.
It's hit and miss in some areas, like
No, that was,
Sarah's voice.
yeah, that was pretty much my overall impression for the voice acting and the Sonic the Hedgehog OVA. It's hit or miss in a couple areas.
Old man can be a bit erratic with
Oh,
his,
the
Hmm.
with his
owl.
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his
Hype-
voice fits for what they're trying to do with character. Like I believe every voice fits the character trying to do. Sonic, okay, admittedly, he is the strangest. It's like a mix of kind of high pitch, almost like Jill, like someone's trying to impress Jill White, but not like consciously. It's like it's Urkel. Like there's a bit of Urkel in there, but it's like weird, but it's like strange. He has the strangest
I
voice. So,
I actually did not mind his voice in this one.
oh no, I don't mind any of the voice actors. I
I
just admit it's kind of
dare I
strange.
say I you gonna hate me if I say this. I actually preferred it more than Jalil's.
Heresy. Nah, just kidding. No, I like okay. Like I did not hate any of the voices. I just did find like, it was kind of strange when I first heard it, but I didn't hate it. I didn't hate
I,
Tails' voice or Knuckles or really
Knuckles'
anyone.
voice for this OVA was my Knuckles voice until Sonic Adventure 1.
Uh, Yeah, since I played Adventure 2 as my entry into Sonic, I was already spoiled. Oh, like that was the Knuckles voice.
Yeah, my name is
Hey,
Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I rather flex my muscles.
I mean, hey, at least they're not. At least it's not Dan Green.
Hey, what's wrong with Dan Green?
Uh, I cannot hear whenever if I watch Sonic like I keep hearing the Pharaoh.
I know, I know. I'm just
I
joking.
can't
I didn't
separate
like
that. I'm
Dan Green
sorry.
as Knuckles and Sonic X either.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, he
he
sounded
was.
much better in some of the later games, but I wouldn't say Dan Green's my first choice for Knuckles.
Get off of her,
Understandable.
Tails! I'm so sorry.
No, I never thought you stooped so low. Man, this is
Well,
funny.
well, actually, getting back to one of Neostar's comments, like he's not wrong about Metal Sonic receiving some development towards the end. Once
True.
more Sonic like personality started to be imprinted onto him.
Right? Yeah.
You,
In a way,
you
it's
mean only
also a
one
good.
Like
Sonic?
in the climax, like Sonic Sonic dived into the lava lake to try to save Metal Sonic, and when we saw Metal Sonic like reaching out to Sonic's hand, he actually slapped it away from him to make sure Sonic and everyone else like out of there before like the volcano could erupt, willingly
Right.
sacrificing himself to save everybody.
Which is a good execution of Sonic's flat arc because it was his personality that helped bring change into another character.
When he's
Something
not a
that's
dick.
also what?
When he's not a dick.
Yeah, but that's part of his charm.
No,
As
in some cases, I'm just referencing the Archie books where they make
yeah,
him act out of character in some places.
some places, yeah. But, I mean,
Yeah,
he got a bit
yeah,
of
I
an
hear
attitude.
you.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Does this
I will
banter
go.
get makes you want to watch it later on once you get off the stream with us?
I mean, I would watch it again the
I
next day.
asked Leia, damn it.
Sorry.
When I get it,
Anyway, Leia, give
I
Wolf your
have maybe
answer.
when I have free time, I will check it out.
In fact, introduce your nephew to this. I'm sure he'll like it. It's on YouTube for free.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have
Knowing
any
my
excuse for
nephew, he's
that.
probably already seen it before me.
Auntie, did you see this? This hedgehog is running real fast, and he's fighting this metal robot. It's got a cat girl and everything. She got a tail wagging around. She wearing a skirt, and there's an owl that's moving around
You
like
see,
he had one
if
too many coffees.
I have to see it before I
She's roboting.
Again,
from
Uh oh,
the
Oh, it's getting bad.
enthusiasm that I
really
hear
bad.
in your voices. What?
From what I gather, she enjoys our enthusiasm. You roboted there, Leia.
Oh, am I still doing it?
Clear now.
Am I okay? Can you?
Oh no.
If not, I'll have to.
You bastard.
Man, technical difficulties today.
We're not gonna stay here too long anyway, so we'll might will start wrapping it up. It's nothing but two short
Yeah.
animations, and this is called the Anime Spotlight Quickie. So it's not our usual. It's not gonna be our usual time where we go at least about an hour or two for these,
I mean, we're only 5 minutes from an hour.
right? So Leia, sorry to end this short before we even got to hear your thoughts, but at least I made out what you were trying to say, and she's gone. But we'll start wrapping things up. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Those three of you and those nonsense motherfuckers that kept popping in and out and never to return again. Thank you, Draco, for being the highlight of this stream by being the only person that joined me until Dom showed up. So the Star Warrior himself, Draco Nightmare.
Thank you everyone for your time. It is now time for the Star Wars to take his leave. Remember, stay strong, do good, and slay evil.
The Hound of the South for his contribution, of course. Dominic Powell.
Thank you everybody for joining us in tonight's live stream as we discuss like very fondly of Tekkaman Blade and the Sonic the Hedgehog OVAs, while also giving our honest critiques for each of these OVAs. Hope you like what you're seeing here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Wolf 10 Media's channel. And if there are any other OVAs, movies, TV shows, books, or anything else you would like us to discuss in the future, make sure you put them down in the comment section down below. This is the Hound of South, Dominic Powell, and remember to continue on and keeping hope, optimism, and idealism alive in the world, because there are those out there that wants to push things into a cynical and nihilistic worldview.
Leia for her temporary show up and hearing us gush about these anime. The lovely Leia of our Leia plus size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor. Sorry that my time was so short with you, but I did enjoy the review that my fellow crewmen have said. So I will give this a shot when I have extra time. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to hear Wolf and us rant about, you know how we go. Please leave it in the comments below. I am sure he appreciates that. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
It's been your welcome at what time. Remind you guys once again, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
All right. Now I guess the gag is all here. How y'all doing?
Okay. Well, you all are done, so I think there's nothing.
I think that's it,